For my first Kahoot screenshot, and I'm going to zoom in on it if it'll let me since we can't really see it, they had a board game, and I thought that I could use this in my classroom because I'm teaching kindergarten, which I should have probably stated that. The kindergarten is the age I went for, and kindergartners have really short attention spans, and I figured this was one of the best ways to keep them interactive and involved in the lesson and make it fun still. For the first Padlet screenshot, I chose this, and it's a sandbox feature on it, and it allows me to choose which tools they can use during the lesson, and I thought that this would be the best way to keep them on task and not playing on the website and going to mess with different things and etc. Next, I did flashcards from Kahoot. I thought this would be one of the best ways for my students to be able to learn together and on their own. And plus, when they're learning it on their own, they're learning how to use Kahoot too, and not just like the lesson plan. So then if I want them to learn Kahoot for the first time by themselves, I'll send them like a link to their vocabulary and they can use that. And we would use this during free time or even during that lesson. And then the next one for Padlock, I'll zoom in a little again. It allows me to auto remake links instead of manually making them. So if I have an interactive lesson they need to do individually, instead of making that lesson like 20 times if I have 20 students, I can just make it once and then copy the link automatically. Next is this, my own Kahoot about me. There's 20 different questions. I'll read a few example ones, like what is my teacher's name if none of them knew me at all? How many dogs do I have? When's my birthday? My favorite meal, favorite color, favorite subject, places to go, if I have any siblings, a superpower. If I could pick one superpower, what would it be? And then the last one I did, how excited is Miss Odell for this school year? Because I figured that would be like final like question just to make them excited too. Sorry, I keep going out of the camera. Next we have my padlock. Okay, I thought I ended it, my bad. And first I started with, I couldn't get it to embed, so I just have the link, and then I have screenshots of them both under on my doc. First, I wanted to, as a welcome and a get together, it says, welcome to the classroom. Let's talk about like your favorite thing during the summer. And then after that, my video is about that. We can watch it if we want to. Maybe. Might be a little too slow.
Hello, class. My favorite thing about this summer was going to the beach and the mountains with my family. We took a long road trip and we had a lot of fun.
That was just a quick, easy example that I chose to do. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe if I do that. Nope. Okay. Well, maybe if I go back instead. Sorry, apparently I can't run the app today. Okay, and then I just took this picture online because I wanted it to be colorful, and I just didn't make it because I could get it online. And it's our expectations. I figured after our fun thing, we could do our actual lesson, and we'd go over those, talk about them, and all the things. And my favorite one about this is you will always try your best. Because in kindergarten, it's not about the learning, it's about seeing what they can do. Next is the Kahoot I picked. For some reason, I can't get the link to like go in the Kahoot, so we can do this and you can see what it is. It's counting the carrots, and then we'll see how fast it is today. I thought this would be really good for kindergartners, like in the beginning of the year. And then the first slide's just kind of a show how to do it thing. And then how many carrots, and then they'll go through once the picture shows up and they'll count them. There's 1, 2, 3 carrots, and they'll find that button. It's easy for the students and they'd like it. Next we have our standards. My first standards for Kahoot and both Padlet was digital citizens and then online interactions. And then students demonstrate empathetic, inclusive interactions online. And they use technology to responsibly contribute to their classrooms. This goes for both because they're using Kahoot and Padlet both online, and they're using it to learn and demonstrate and interact with the different things. Next, I chose a teacher standard, which is a collaborator and then collaborative tools. And that's because the teacher, or me in this instance, is using online tools and different cloud bases to expand the students' learning and actively engaging online and virtually. Oh, I don't think that one's supposed to be there. For my first standard, Nebraska standard, was Foundations of Reading in Phonics and Word Analysis. And I chose it because they know how to use words to read and spell, and they can use their phonics to piece words together and spell them for Kahoot. And then Padlet, I put that they'll read the assignments and use phonics to put words together, and they'll know how to both spell and read. So basically the same thing on that one. And then next we have vocabulary acquisition and use. And then for Kahoot, they're learning new words using maybe an adult to either read it to them or go over it, and using what they know in their own knowledge at the same time. And then for Padlet, I figured I would use that more as a learning the word at first, and they'd talk with their peers and their teachers. What does this word mean, and what can we use it for, and whatnot. Then finally, I have, I did not highlight that one. Speaking and listening. Sorry, we'll have to find it. I did highlight it. Comprehension and collaboration. And then I did this one because during Kahoot, they may use the speaking tool that'll read the quiz to them or the lesson, and they will actively listen to them and understand what they're saying. And then for the Padlet, students will communicate and collaborate various different lessons with both their peers and their teachers, and they will use both listening and speaking because they have to properly get it out for everyone to understand them.